Hello everyone, welcome to a really wild game between Vishvanath Anand and Lautier. This was a game from TATA Steel Chess from 2013, and you'll see how Anand destroyed Lautier in this one. So he plays e4. Anand with the white pieces, I forgot to say that in this video as well. Anand with the white pieces plays e4. We have g5, going for the Scandinavian defense. So e captures, queen captures, and knight to c3. And now Joel here plays queen a5, going for the Scandinavian defense, Mises version main line. Now we have d4 by Anand, knight f6, knight f3, c6, making room for the queen when needed. Bishop c4 by Anand, bishop f5, and now knight to e5. Now Anand is already threatening to capture this pawn, so the moving the bishop here is a bit of a ununderstandable move, as Anand would just capture the bishop with his knight, and if the knight is not captured, then Anand would just capture the rook. So e6 makes sense, and it was played in the game by Joel Lautier. And now we have g4 attacking the light square bishop. So bishop g6 and h4. Now Anand didn't capture the bishop, as Lautier would capture it back, and he would have a semi-open file for his rook, and he would be very happy with that. So now we have knight bd7, and the same thing applies if you don't capture the bishop. So, and the knight is attacked twice with the knight and the queen. So Anand plays the best move here. We have knight captures, and h5. Now chasing the bishop, but Lautier plays bishop e4. Now attacking the rook, and now Anand plays rook h3. Now with the threat, of course. If Lautier plays g2, Anand can just play g3, and if Lautier plays h1, then Anand can just play g1, and the bishop is trapped. It has nowhere to go. So he has to be very careful. And Lautier plays g2, but Anand doesn't play the line I showed. He plays e3. Now we have knight b6. Now with ideas of shifting the knight here to add pressure on the knight which is pinned, and the rook, that was a bad line, adding pressure on the knight which is pinned and on the rook as well. So we have bishop d3. Oh, sorry, that's not d3. We have bishop d3. Now the bishop was under attack, so Anand just moves it, and now Lautier plays knight d5 as planned, and now we have f3. Now this is a move of legends, as now Lautier's bishop is totally trapped, and the game revolves around this bishop, guys. So yeah. And look at Anand's pawn structure. He just kept almost all of his pawns in the light square just to trap this bishop. Beautiful, beautiful. We have bishop b4. Now adding a third attacker to the knight. And Anand can't move the knight as it's pinned. He can't capture it because of the pin. So we have king f2. Now attacking the light square bishop as it's trapped. Now Bishop captures. Lautier finds a very interesting idea. Bishop captures. Now Anand plays B captures. And now not um, knight captures, as Anand would just play E1 and the knight is pinned so it can't move, and Anand would play c2, so he would lose the Lautier would lose the queen. So not knight captures but queen captures. Now attacking the rook, and we have rook b1. Now Lautier captures on d4 and Anand captures on b7. Now preventing Lautier from castling, as if he would castle, um, then Anand would just play that and then he would lose the queen. So he can't castle as well. So he plays rook b8, d8. Now everything is in the same diagonal. So the queen would be protected once Lautier moves the knight. So queen trade would be acclaimed if Lautier castles. So we have h6. This is a very brilliant move by Anand. Now, you can't capture it really as this, and the queen falls. So you can't really capture it. And now Anand wants to keep everything in the same diagonal. Open up the bishop, you'll see why. Now we have G captures and bishop G6 as planned. Now, Lautier really can't capture the queen as Anand would just capture this, and he would just play um, e6. It's totally winning, and then he would play c h6. That's the main reason Anand played that move first of all. So Lautier doesn't capture it. He plays knight e7, now preventing rook captures. So Anand captures the queen. Now we have rook captures and rook d3. Now the same thing applies. You can't. You have to capture it. No, you don't. You should not capture it, as the bishop would come out of harm's way once you capture it, and you really can't move it as well, as Anand would just play this, and now you can't capture it because no, actually Anand wouldn't play that. Anand would play this, and now you have to lose. You can't go there, so you have to block it with the knight, and Anand would just play bishop captures, and now it would be a checkmate once Anand captures the knight. So he has to be really careful. So he plays rook d8, but now Anand just captures, and now we have king captures, and it was in this position on move 24 that Joel Lautier resigned the game, as there's nothing much to play. Anand would just play bishop a3, and now Lautier has only two moves here with the king, and he can capture as well, as it's under attack, and there's a beautiful checkmate, and Anand would just capture the light square bishop back, so he can't capture it. Let's say he adds an attacker. Now Anand would just capture with check. Now Lautier again has only two moves, and he would go here, of course. Now here Anand would just play this. Now Lautier gives captures the bishop, and Anand captures the rook. And now it's completely winning for Anand, as even the light square bishop is going to hell. So Lautier saw this, and he resigned the game. So a really wild game between Joe Lautier and Anand, and it was recommended by a person called Highside Pros. So yeah, shout out to him for showing us this awesome game, which was really enjoyable. And peace out, guys. I'm out.